Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus here again, and I hope that I have something that will kind of scratch your itch, that will awake you and allow you to understand the life that you've been missing when you've had the power all along to make the change. When I speak to you, I speak of that I know. I speak of life, that which I live. The only thing that I know about death is that when humans die, they are discarded, either by a burial form or cremation. And beyond that, I'm ignorant. Now, I've heard and I've read about God and heaven. I've also read and heard about a jolly Saint Nick called Santa Claus. These two are intangibles, something you hear about. Now, this Santa plot, we understand. But this God plot is a personal thing. Yet, what I speak of about life, it produces an outcome that if God is true and all that is said about God is true, then the message I offer to you is no doubt godly. It is no doubt true and love. In America and in the world, if you are not rich, this life got so many problems that many welcome death. How is it, ladies and gentlemen, that in this country, every Republican voted against the Voters' Rights Bill? How could that happen? In fact, now that I mention it, how is it that it appears, I'm not saying it a fact, but it appears, and to a certain degree it is a fact, that one part of this political process, this political party called the Republican Party, the Conservative Party, they are taking, based upon their advocacy of platforms, the nation to a degree that a certain portion of the population of that nation really feels like they've been attacked, brutalized, and persecuted. On the other hand, it appears that the Democrats, the liberal group, want to offer what the people have been wanting offered all the time. Now, what you got there is a population of people who have believed that conservatism is the way, taught that. And yet the pain and suffering of that particular way is causing other people to reject it, and yet causes the conservative to reject the liberal perspective because it takes away from what they have determined was the proper way. Battle, battle, battle. Now, this is what I ask. At a time when we have fires, these are disasters, burning thousands of acres, burning towns, that means homes and businesses and ways of life. And it's happening in many places in this country. These people are being displaced. On top of the crime, the poverty that we have existing in this country today, what's going to happen to these people? Are they to be thrown out with the dishwater, or just thrown out with the trash, the heap that you pick up from the debris that's left? These people are our brothers and sisters. They have been living a life of participation, and they played a role. Now, what's going to happen to them? Well, we can't just stop there. What about the water? The water come upon the land. does the same thing. Go into these communities, wipe out all kinds of situations that the people rely upon. Go out into these farm areas and destroy crops. All of these kinds of things. These people are displaced. What's going to happen to them? I mean, is anybody thinking about this other than the people who are going through the pain and suffering? I guarantee you the people who are going through this pain and suffering might have thought it was good at one time. They might have thought that they could just dream, because I'm sure a lot of them were making a lot of money. And they can do a lot of things. They probably still can because of insurance, but some of them can't. And the pain and suffering that they're going through, it equates with that which others have been going through all along. And yet now we find that number's increased. And who's thinking about that other? No, we can't stop there. What about the winds? The winds, they come, wipe out towns. I mean, just blow them apart. These people are displaced. Do we have time to think about that when we're taking away people's voting rights? We're saying we don't want you to have anything to say about what's going on. I mean, what kind of thing is this that we've given our lives to? What is on our mind? Now, if the Republicans, to some, represents total evil, and the Democrats offer a relief, the good, who really benefits there? Who really benefits? The power that controls the nation, the power that controls the world. Evil wins because the people lose. How do the people lose? The people lose because of the crime, the poverty, the violence, the terror that exists. All of these things are preventable, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard it said that people will do wrong. People will lie. They will cheat. But why do they do it? You ever ask yourself that? Because they profit from it. They benefit from it. Committing evil would stop if there was no benefit. You can beg a lady, man speaking to you, because you want her. You can beg her forever. Until she says yes, it doesn't mean a thing. Your begging doesn't mean a thing. So what I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying to you, sisters and brothers, that if I could snap my finger, the problems that I identified that you have to go through every day, I would do whatever has got to be done to make sure that it would be fixed. But God is much wiser than me. God knows that what is given to you once in the beginning was yours to keep. You gave it up. You gave it up. Nobody stole it. You gave it up. And now it's yours to get back. Because giving it to you, you will not keep it. You don't know how to keep it. But if you want it bad enough to get it, to make it, to establish it, you know exactly what to do to keep it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying to you that the ball is in our court. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? Are we going to continue to exist in a nation that we see is nothing but a big old ball of hell and hoping that we're going to come through? And if we don't, then one day something's going to come out of the clouds and make everything right magically? It has never happened before. What makes you think it's going to happen now? And why would it happen to you and didn't happen to your mama? Why did it happen to you? Will happen to you, you hope, and didn't happen to generations ago. You think that you are so special? No, brothers, they went through hell. You were going through hell. Nobody fixed their hell. Nobody's fixing yours, not even you. You want this hell fixed? Fix it. Treat people like you want to be treated. There's one power, and that's God. And you give your power to a political party. You give your power to a written document. You give your power to a race of people. You give your power to money. You go into hell because that's where that path leads. And I'm just telling you the evidence. Now, you say, where's the evidence that you're going to go to some nice place? Well, I'm not trying to let you die and go to it. You can bet your last money on that. I'm talking about doing it right here, today, by you. Your choice. Get rid of the problems. And let's start living our last days. We don't know when the end is going to come. But let's make it All right, because we got that power. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. Thank you so very much for listening. Until next time, Eddie Marcus say goodbye.